Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 24, recorded Sunday, March 30th, 2008.
I'm Adam, Mr. Eagle Muir.
I'm Mark, Clyde Frog Ritter.
I'm Mike Rasputin Mayhill.
I'm John Maz.
You mean John Maz?
Yeah, something like that.
That's better than
Nice. God. So, guys out there, if you thought that other episode was a train wreck, wait till you hear this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get your flaming fingers ready.
Yeah. I guess, basically, just to let y'all know, this is a little unorthodox, but, if y'all listened to the last podcast, you know it didn't go real well. A little bit of tension among the hosts. Clearly at odds. Yeah, they're clearly at odds over the new format. So, they're kind of having trouble with the commercial side of the whole thing, I guess. But basically, after they finished, knowing that it didn't go real well, Eric Nailhead contacted us shortly after the recording and said, "Hey, listen to this. Didn't go real well." He wanted to see if, we as the mods, or at least part of the mods, would do kind of a follow-up podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And he said he'd help us with it, so we thought that was interesting.
So that would make this a Modcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yes, it would.
Exactly.
Yeah, those of you who don't know us, we are the four mods of Control Point.
Yep.
John Maz, Clyde Frog. Let's see who else we got there. Mr. Eagle, and then I'm Rasputin. You guys have seen us online. We're the guys who put the hammer down.
Or the other four who will teleport you across the map.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And there are
Into
some
the
other mods,
skybox.
too. There's some other
I've been
mods
accused of
as well.
that before, but I don't do that. That's always somebody else. Please.
Anyway, basically, the reason we're doing this is, they wanted us to kind of get back to y'all to find out what reactions were, and especially after the OmegaCon train wreck, quote unquote, which I thought turned out pretty good, but I was there, so
I liked it too.
I
think a lot of people did. But the thing is, they're kind of bound by their contracts or whatever to kind of keep their opinions to themselves, in a matter of speaking.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So basically, Eric figured that since we never signed anything, that we're pretty involved with things, and we could probably get away with it. So that's where we are. So one of the hosts is, we're going to try and keep names out, but one of the hosts has gone on to meet with the sponsors, and the other three are just a little bit frustrated with each other. So we basically figured something had to be done to kind of keep the community going and hold it together. The hosts aren't available, so we don't want to say anything to get them in legal trouble. So that's kind of, like I said, that's what we're doing. So we're here to do kind of an old-fashioned podcast while the dust settles. So
The ones we all know and love, and we'll do our best.
Do our
Try
best
to make this into a train wreck.
be
imitate
kind.
them.
Please be kind.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta say, for one, with all this Madlep,
Yeah.
Uber Church.
but the Madlep stuff going on, I for one thought this was an April Fool's Day joke. I thought, here they are, host gonna pull our legs. They got all this in advance.
Yeah.
But,
it's like
here we
that
are,
too.
apparently.
Here we are.
Yeah.
We actually got a call. We got a call
Yeah.
from Eric saying, "Hey,
was
do this
kinda
for
weird.
us." So we're surprised as the rest of you.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So what do we do next?
I think now is when we would do our status. Is that right?
Status.
This is the status.
This is the status. This is the status.
Dun dun.
Dun dun.
Wow, we butchered that.
Nice.
You're all on.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Why don't you go
Rasputin?
first?
Okay, I'll go first. Rasputin will go first. Well, I've had a really busy week with work. Kids, I'm the old man of the server, as you guys know, so I've got teenage children, so that keeps me kind of running around. Plus, I caught this terrible cold that I got right now.
Come and knock on
so if I
our
sound a little odd.
We've been waiting for you.
Oh, my God. We'll get to that in a minute. The only real TF2 that I was able to do this week was our usual scrim that we do on Wednesdays. It's kind of a tradition that Uber Alliance, who we all four belong to, together with other players.
I keep missing it.
Yeah, I wish you would quit doing that, because we could have used you this last time.
Oh, yeah. We could have used a few people.
We could have.
It was bad.
Yeah, we were. Well, let's just say, those of you that don't know, we play Deg's team. Deg's team is Aperture Science Janitorial Services. That's better known as ASJS, or what we lovingly call Ass Jazz.
Ass Jazz.
Ass Jazz. Ass Jazz.
Dun, dun.
We played on one of my favorite maps, actually. It was Labor. I consider it to be a great Pyro map. Pyro is my MPC, you know. Actually, I got looking, guys, and I am not kidding you. As of today, I have got 226 hours as a Pyro.
That is incredible.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's a lot. Now, not a lot of times anybody else. I do have a life.
That's a sickness, I think.
I think it is too. I think it's
incredible.
Man.
But it didn't do any good. We got totally pwned. We've played a lot of great weeks against Deg's team, and they're always really, really good.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We played 7 rounds, if I remember correctly, and and the UA, which is our team, won 0.
We held them off pretty good on some of them, but
we came close, but
help.
Yeah, I think we may have actually taken the center point a couple of times, but that's about maybe there was one time we almost captured, then they totally threw us back. It's a great map, but somehow they stayed together and just completely pwned us.
Yeah, they were communicating better, I think.
Yeah, they always do.
I think they were just like better in general.
I think they're
they're like an army. Yeah, it's crazy. They're like a professional team. It's amazing.
It's true.
Yeah, they're really good. But it was fun anyway. Really, the only details that I remember about it is we were getting rolled, round after round. I was dying about every 8 seconds. And as you were kind of alluding to earlier, Maz, Jolly apparently has this undying love affair with the theme from Three's Company.
And
he took every opportunity to sing that between rounds.
We'll be waiting for you.
That's the one.
And it is Hate Jolly Week, too. Or
it's National Hate Jolly Week.
We just got over it, actually.
I saw that thread about him, how evil is Jolly.
Yeah, he kind of brought it on himself, killing me too much. But I have to tell you, well, I'll talk about that a little bit.
Whatever the most evil one is, I picked that one.
You are you going to mention that spray, Clyde? That the Jolly. Those of you who haven't seen it, Jolly has made an epic spray for Clyde Frog Most Wanted.
Yeah, actually, he didn't make it. It was
didn't he?
It was LT, and forgive me, I'm doing typical host forgetting name, but it was LT or B, not BLT, but it's in the forums. But he's done some great sprays, and one of them he's done a bunch of wanted posters, and I think he was taking requests. So there's a bunch of them in the forums there, so just search for that. But he did one for me and one for Jolly and a few other people. So.
Well, I thought you made it.
No,
I was really impressed with you because I thought you went and made that spray.
No, I'm not that good yet. I just did the Kukri Monster.
Kudos. Well, that's a good one too. But kudos to him on that because that was a great looking poster. That was funny.
Yeah, it's fun.
I guess all I have to really close off with is the last time I played TF2, I had my hat handed to me, so to speak, and as usual, and that's about it for me. Maz, what'd you do?
Well, I just finished Subspace Emissary. I unlocked Wolf and I unlocked Jigglypuff, and I'm starting on the oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong game.
Welcome to the Smash Brothers podcast.
Oh gosh.
No, but I played in the scrim with the rest of them. And I played a little bit on EU1 on Sunday morning, and the European guys are really great. They deserve a shout out.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun.
I've never made my way over there. I should probably do that someday.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Cool.
All right. I guess I'll go now.
Go ahead.
Well, I've got obviously I was at Omega Con, so that was a couple weeks ago, but that was a blast. Had a great time, doing the podcast there. It's a lot of fun. I guess more recently, I was in the scrim, so it was fun. Even though we get owned, it was still fun. And then on Thursday, I was looking around trying to get on one of the servers, and server 1 was actually open. And I said, well, I'll go ahead and do that. And I got in there, and Sigma and Dogmeat were in there with a bunch of other people. It was pretty much full after I got there, but it was mostly our guys on one side, and there was a few on the other side too. But I came in. They said, "Hey, Clyde, we're doing all heavy medic melee." I said, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm up for that." And I walked out, and the other team wasn't. And I asked, I was like, "Oh, they're not doing it. We're just doing it." So it was absolutely hilarious. But
so how'd you guys do against them?
Oh, we did pretty good. I'm not going to elaborate, but we did pretty good actually. It was Dust Bowl, so we all know Dust Bowl. But then the next stage we did all kukri.
Kukri.
For a little while, and then an all pyro axe rush. That didn't go too well. That was on the second stage, and we got destroyed at first. So we decided to go ahead and use our flamethrowers. But other than that, I've been trying to keep up with some other games like StarCraft and Oblivion. And I did the Ninja Reflex. That's an interesting game. I'm not going to go into that, but it's fun. That's about it.
Cool.
Adam, what'd you do?
I
Adam?
guess that's me. Actually, I joined you on Thursday night after a while. I found you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was in with you for a few minutes, but then you joined up on the other team because they didn't have many CP players.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And at which point we just, there was quite a few C people on the other team at that point, and then we just demolished you.
Yeah.
I think. And I actually
about that.
have a tip from that game that it's something probably kind of obvious, but it's good to be aware of. And it's the very, very last leg of Dust Bowl. And we got the first one, which is up on that little sort of house thing up there. And then we got it after a bit. And we got the second one, which is usually a grind for the offense. But we managed to get it in like a minute. And that was really because we all ran very quickly to the last point of Dust Bowl. And we had Uber ready. So we had all the pyros running at once. And then we had an Uber heavy within 30 seconds of getting the first cap point, and then the one sentry gun they'd managed to build in that time was completely demolished. And having an Uber ready and just set just for that last control point is, I think it's a good tip. If you could have an Uber ready for that, you're flying.
Cool. Neat. Now that was on level 3.
That's on the very last stage of Dust Bowl, I think, right, Frog?
Very last stage.
Yeah, I think it was stage 3.
Yeah, the very last point of stage 3. It would be in that little gate to the left. Or right if you're on offense, and then you go behind that gate, and then you kind of come up into that little house when you exit the gate. Yeah, we had an Uber in there just sitting, so we took it and just owned. It was great. Besides
no, wait a minute. That was stage 2. That was stage 2.
Is it stage 2?
Yeah, that was stage 2. Okay, you're talking about a gate.
Yeah, that's stage 2.
Yeah,
that's
gate.
stage 2.
Stage
yeah,
2.
That's stage 2.
It's pathetic that I don't know the stages yet.
We fail.
That's all right.
Forgive me.
You've hardly played the game, so it's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. I was in enough to kill Frog a few times, so
yeah,
that was fun.
Jolly too.
Besides that, I didn't have a time to play too much Team Fortress 2. I had a large amount of people calling me to fix things or kick spammers. I had about 2 or 3 of my usual calls from DF7 saying, "Spammer in the Steam chat." So I'd get over to Steam chat and kick people, and everyone would rejoice at my presence and cheer. Besides that, I was in Florida for a few days. I had a road trip, so I've been away.
Yeah, you've been out for a while.
Yeah, I went out and got sunburned, which was great because I live in Canada. And there's also a battle
They have
of the
sun
bands.
up there?
Yeah, it's starting to get here. It's still I still see snow outside, so it's cold here. Yeah, and my school has had a battle of the bands that we're in the final round for, so we've been really busy practicing for that. That me and Moot are in. So
that's right. You're a musician, aren't you?
Yeah, we play in kind of a blues rock sort of band. No screaming or metal or anything, but Yep, we've had that final round. We're getting ready for that.
Cool.
Neat.
Hey, did we?
So that's my status.
We forgot to do something.
What's that?
What?
Yeah, don't they do the briefcase? Isn't it what their status all in the briefcase?
Well, that's right at the beginning, isn't it?
Oh boy, we did this out of order.
Well,
We suck.
We're not
It's our
used to this,
first one.
guys. So
Yeah.
I think the train's wrecking.
Yep. Get on board.
Okay, hey, wait a minute.
Okay, let's do the
do we even have
briefcase right now.
briefcases? Do we even have briefcases?
Well, they left us 4.
4.
4.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
a red
wow.
and a blue, like normal. But and I
Is it
never.
yellow?
Oh, I
played
got a
it.
green one over here.
Yellow and
Yeah,
green.
here's a
Isn't
green
that
one.
like the old TFC or whatever?
Yeah, red, blue.
Yeah, TF1 had yellow and green classes.
Wow.
Okay.
So 4 briefcases.
They're going
Okay,
retro
well,
on us.
How do we get these things open? Mine's like looks like it's locked or
Yeah,
something.
mine too.
We can each take
Let
one.
me
Well,
work
let's-
on it here.
Do you think there's a
I
magic
got one.
word?
I don't know.
Open
Sparkle
sesame.
motion.
Sparkle motion.
Sparkle motion.
That worked.
It's unlocked.
Did they all
Sparkle
open?
motion.
Did y'all's open too?
It unlocked.
Oh, mine's unlocked.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's
well,
unlocked.
Should we open
you
them
wanna
all
just open
together,
them all
or
at once?
Sure.
Yeah, let's open them all
maybe on
together.
the count of 3?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
count us up.
Okay,
John.
ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Hey,
Whoa.
Whoa.
what is
Oh,
that?
man, that was
I can't believe
weird.
it.
What? Hey, who are those 4 guys that just ran out of the
I
room?
don't know. I just saw somebody.
That's crazy.
Weird.
Hey,
Where are
Eric.
we anyway? Oh, we're in the studio.
That's great.
Where's Wes? Where's Spencer?
I don't know. Well, there's 2 more briefcases. I don't know why they didn't come out of those.
This one's a beige, and that one over there is mauve.
Well,
Why don't you
not
open-
yellow and green?
I don't know. No, this is magenta. What
That's-
is that? Is
okay.
that like a pink? I don't know.
This-
Here, let me
yeah.
open this one up. Hold on.
Okay.
See, there's a piece of paper here. I can't read the handwriting. What does this say, Brent?
Let me see that. It says, "Now that's the April Fool's joke over. How did it go?"
Ah.
Okay, I think
So-
I'm understanding now.
So the last episode that was aired was just a joke, right?
Supposedly. Yeah.
Ah, okay. That makes sense because, those Ooberservers.com guys never called us back.
They never called us in the first place.
So there is another briefcase here. Should we open that one too?
Yeah, why don't you open this
Might
one?
as well. All right. All right. Got this sucker open. All right. There's a piece of paper in here. Okay. Let's see. What does this one say? Oh, this one says, has a list of names. It's basically kind of a thank you to a lot of the people that helped us on the last episode. And it says down here, it says that the reason Wes and Spencer aren't here is because there was some sort of a error or some kind of a something that went wrong with the recording. Apparently, we already recorded this episode and then it got lost, and now it's just me and you, Brent. And okay, so that explains where they are.
I don't
Okay.
remember any of that.
I'm piecing this together. Okay. So, I guess. There's a cassette tape in here too.
A cassette tape?
And it says, play this cassette tape for the second half of the episode with Wes and Spencer. Okay.
Oh, you have a cassette player?
No, we'll have to find one real quick.
Okay.
We can go down to Radio Shack and get one of those big old Walkmans.
Well, let's send someone out for it.
We'll do that.
Hey, Captain Uber, we go get us a tape player, please?
Yes, I will.
Thanks, Oob.
Thanks. And while he's doing that, let's go over these names that you found in there.
Yeah. The last episode, as you know, was a fake, and it was months in the planning, and we had a lot of people fooled. A lot of people got kind of angry. Some people still thought it was real and emailed us and was just really concerned. If this is the way the show is going from now on, I don't know if I'm going to listen to it anymore. Some people really liked the ads, thinking they were real, and they liked them. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, we got some other people who now want to hire us to just do ads for them.
Yeah.
So do an ad cast.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. We like I said, it came early on between me and Mad Lep. Just kind of had a conversation over Steam and plotted this conspiracy. And in fact, Madlep, who runs the Ubercharge.net, he posted the full conversation between me and him. So that's a neat little behind the scenes look if you want to check that out on his website. So I want to thank you, Madlep, for starting this whole thing and taking the brunt of the heat because as I could tell, a lot of people in the comments were kind of mad. We're kind of,
I never really got that, but okay.
Yeah, so hopefully you didn't, get too much heat from that. But
it's kind of odd because I see where a lot of the people who got mad came from. They were almost like they were protecting us. Like, why would you give out information? I know, yeah. And so I can't be mad at people like protecting us, but
it was like people protecting our honor,
So thank you, Madlab.
Yeah, and also in the making of that episode, which by the way took 17 hours to edit, back to back, because we kind of waited to the last second to write and edit and create the actual podcast itself. But let's see, we had the Random Chatter folks,
yes,
who helped out and did a nice little segment within the episode and actually brought the real meat of TF2.
Yeah,
if it weren't for them, there would be no TF2 content.
Yeah, we'll have to get them back to do that again.
Yeah. And that was Dag, Mint Condition, and Cardinal. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And, of course, there was a lot of the announcer's voice for the ads and stuff was Will Box, which is one of the dead workers.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the sexy female voice you heard that I'm sure kept a lot of guys up at night was Wes's hot wife, or Wes's wife. I guess I shouldn't spark the fire, and Nivek might want to get adopted by them or something.
Who just sparked the fire? But yeah, Wendy Wilson, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also, the mods, 4 of the CP mods helped out, and in fact, did the
intro to this,
the prelude, to this episode. That would be John Maz, Mr. Eagle, Rasputin, and Clyde Frog. Now I'm piecing it together. That's who just ran out of the studio right when we popped out of those briefcases.
That makes sense.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
And John also helped with the, he made all the graphics for the Ooberservers,
website.
The Uber control website.
Yeah. He created the graphics and did the logo and everything. The very menacing, dark purple triangle. Very, very cool. Very cool
smoking
stuff.
Spy in the corner.
Yeah.
Which, a little hint there, the spy.
Which now it's funny when you see people using that as their avatar on the forums. You'll kind of understand where that came from. So, anyway.
We may go down on a further rundown of the April Fool stuff when we get everybody back in the studio.
Yeah.
As the note said, apparently we had some issues recording.
Yeah.
And we're fixing those.
Yeah, and apparently we already recorded a long segment detailing the map Labor. And so since that got killed, we are going to talk about Labor next week.
Yeah.
Instead. So that gives you another week to play the wonderful Labor map.
Yeah, and if you really, really just have to hear, something about Labor this week, go find one of the, the pregnancy podcast out there.
What does that even mean?
They'll be talking about labor.
Oh, yuck.
So I guess,
that's it, right? We're gonna pop in this cassette tape here and let everyone hear the second half of this episode with all 4 hosts. But first, a word from our sponsor. Hey, Wes.
Yeah, Eric?
Did you log on to play TF2 last night?
I tried, but the servers were down.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Servers are always down.
WTF?
Yeah, WTF?
Have no fear, kids. It's just me, Captain Uber.
You mean gooberific?
WTH? Why did you just frag Wes? There's Gibbs all over me.
Well, it seems he couldn't handle the power of Ooberservers, where the Uber is Uberific.
Ooberservers.com, where real gamers play.
Now back to Uber Control, brought to you by Ooberservers.com.
Okay, the first thing we got here on our list is something we mentioned earlier, the control point map, CP_control_point, or just CP control point. And like I said earlier, I got a chance to play around on it. Have you guys played on it at all?
I have not.
I watched Brent play it. It's
I
cool.
played on it locally, so I could see the image odds.
This is by Jazz UK.
Images.
Everyone that hates all of our inside jokes, it just shouldn't play on this map.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. It's
Just
inside
shouldn't
joke
do it.
Heaven.
It's
Or
fantastic though, and I look forward to seeing future iterations of it.
Yeah.
Does it have a decent layout?
Not yet. Not yet.
It actually works really well with jetpacks, oddly enough. Because there are some areas that you can fly up into that are these little, like, catwalk kind of things. You can only get there flying up there.
Yeah.
And then there'll be, like, walls on that you got to, like, duck and crawl through, but then you can shoot down.
You know
It's
what the
kinda fun.
ironic part is? CP control point has no control points in the entire map.
Or flags.
That's funny.
Nothing.
Or
That's
flags.
hilarious.
There's no victory conditions.
It's a
at all.
deathmatch map.
There's a targeting range.
Yeah.
And you go, and there's like a little wall that you can't get past, but then our 4 images are on the far wall.
Awesome.
There aren't a lot of images of Eric on there, I noticed.
There are
Quite a few.
There is not a single picture of me. Not a single real picture.
He's bringing Schmexy back.
That's true.
Well, there's pictures from the con, from OmegaCon and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
me doing pyro taunts and stuff.
Maybe I should give him some pictures of you back in haunted house days.
Yeah, take that, Spencer.
Yeah.
we need
those
to
will
get
be
him that picture
sexy.
of the glamour shots. That's always a favorite of mine.
Yeah. With the wise words of Spencer, yeah, we need another one of those.
So maybe we should ask him to design this level for jetpacks.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I don't know.
interesting.
He's the way he's got it set up right now. I mean, it's very, very indoorsy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I wouldn't want him to change it to that point because the ceiling decorations are pretty tops as far as I'm concerned.
Well, okay. Well, then
But that's interesting, though.
here's my request. If anybody feels like making a map, they should make a jetpack-oriented map.
That'd be cool.
Something
I'd play
where
that.
you design the entire map on the stipulation that whoever's playing it will have jetpacks.
Yeah.
There is already. It's called CP Falling.
No.
You know, I never thought about jetpacking on that level. Wow. That's
I
funny.
wanted to do it, but it wasn't on the fun server.
Oh.
I need to put it on the fun server.
That's funny.
So this next bit, we have an MP3. Is that true?
We do.
About some custom maps?
We ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hit it.
Hey guys, it's Punjabi Fury. I'm just calling in with my first contribution about a couple of custom maps I think you might enjoy. First of all, Melee Mountaintop. It's basically 5 boxing rings on top of a mountain. And it's great fun with low gravity and melee only, as I found out the other day, jumping around, killing people, to the sound of Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Yeah, that was quite fun. The other map is called Train Yard Brawl, and this is particularly exciting. What this is basically the part of Well where the trains come, or the train comes, except that instead of the entrances and exits, there's just 2 extra train tracks. So, again, it's a bit like Duel 2, there's a lot of jumping around, fighting, killing. Every now and again, a train comes and just splats a couple of people, and that's always fun. So I thought you might appreciate that. Just keep up the good work with the podcast, and I hope to see you on the server soon. Bye.
Sweet.
That
Thanks,
was
Punjabi
Punjabi
Fury.
Fury.
That was
That
great,
sounds,
great
those
stuff.
do sound like fun.
They do.
That makes me want to go play TF2 right now.
I know.
I wonder on that second one, it sounded like he was talking about the train tracks like cross. Is there ever an instance where you like have trains like going through each other or something like that? I'd like to see
Not that I've seen, but
That seems like it would be very difficult to program.
yeah, sounds like a podcast.
CP
Control Point podcast.
CP Trainwreck.
That was
Episode 42.
That was the OmegaCon. Anyway,
Tower of Babel, made of trains.
Thanks, Punjabi Fury. The next thing we've got here is apparently Mint Condition wasn't happy enough just to be doing part of the of our April Fool's joke. He did his own little thing, the Girls of Control Point.
That video
anybody wanna
is so
describe
hot.
this?
yeah.
I mean, like smoking.
Yeah, everyone should go check it out. We'll have a link there. Basically, what he did was he took really hot pictures of females that play in the CP community. He rounded them all up like a rodeo, and lassoed them all, got them all in one room, and took hot pictures of them, and made a video out of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I recommend checking out the Girls of CP.
And speaking of Girls of CP, Phil Gibson sent us in a submission for the calendar.
Yes.
Which was of a topless pyro on a beach.
That was awesome, yeah. that's a
I
good drawing.
pulled it up at work and I was like, oh, NSFW.
And you'll see that later, not now, right? Until, the calendar.
I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to... Someone has to email that to me.
Our next bit is we have a link, and we'll put this up.
God.
And everyone's opposed to this, but me and Eric. We think
the epic West roll.
No, something else. We're talking epic. We're talking about City CP.
Wepic.
We're talking about City CP, and right now it needs people in industry, and it's just a stupid little web game, and you click on it every day, and depending on the link that you click to get to it, you get people or industry or transportation, and we're trying to build up.
I didn't understand how it worked. If it was daily or what.
You get to click on it once every day.
Okay.
Awesome. And if you just go to the basic link, it adds a population to your city.
Okay.
And then after your population reaches a certain level, then the ability to add industry is unlocked. And then you need to add industry to give all the people jobs. So as long as the population or the unemployment is at 0, you don't need to click the industry link anymore. You just want to click the population link. And then after a little while, the transportation link opens up, and you want to get enough transportation to get all your people traveling around town.
Okay.
So as more people are in your city, you want to provide services for them.
Can I just give my people bikes?
Huh? Well, that's what
I want to cut down on pollution.
Clicking the link, that's what it does. Transportation.
I bet it gives them cars and stuff.
It might, but it might give them bikes too. Anyway, it's stupid. It's silly, but you should go and visit City CP on myminicity.com.
Yeah. And Peanut started that?
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Peanut.
Your sarcasm is just dripping off the microphone. Where's that spit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I think this is a great idea.
The next bit we have, it was made by Bad LT or Bad Lieutenant. I don't know. Is it Lieutenant? Bad LT?
I don't know.
I think it's me.
I just say Bad LT. That's how I've always thought of it.
Anyway, for his April Fool's thing, we've been. And I've got a comment. I have been feeling like this whole Rickroll thing we've been doing around here is very retro. I've been internet savvy for a while, and the Rickroll I feel was really early 2007.
Yeah, and it's died.
And I thought it was dead, and I thought we were bringing the schmexy back.
Yeah.
And I thought we were being funny and being retro. Well, evidently, we are right in tune with internet culture, because this April Fool's was the April Fool's of the Rickroll.
It really was. I mean, there were. I just stopped clicking links. It wasn't worth it.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know if it was part of the April foolery this year, but I swear I read some story somewhere about they basically lost the rights to the song because it was such an internet meme that they couldn't really license it anymore or anything.
That was a random chatter blog post, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Was it the real April Fool's thing?
Yeah, exactly. That was funny.
No, I think I want to say I read it on the WoW forums. But.
Well, also I saw an article with Rick Astley talking about
Yeah, I
Rickroll.
saw that too. That was great.
That was hilarious.
And he was like, I don't really understand why this is happening.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's a perfectly good pop song, but that's all it is.
It was
It's your role, baby. It's all your role.
It was exactly the level of creepiness that we got with the article with Chuck Norris when it was a interview about him, and like, what do you think about all these great jokes that are circulating the internet? And he says the same thing. He's like, well, I'm flattered, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, he didn't get it. And there was actually a lot, but evidently, like LiveJournal had added Rick Astley as a advisory board member. Mm-hmm. There was Fark did a Muppets Rickroll.
YouTube's top 10 were all Rickrolls if you clicked on them.
Yep. Front page of YouTube. That was awesome.
and it never stopped. I mean, it was all over the place. And there was actually a lot of really cool April Fool's gags this year. Guild Wars turned all the characters in the game into stick figures.
Wow.
So when you
cool.
played Guild Wars on April 1st, you couldn't see, you were a stick figure.
That's
Man,
cool.
I wish I'd logged in. I wish I could have seen that.
Yes. Blizzard had their standard good April Fool's jokes. They had
3 of them.
Yeah, they had the Bard hero class
that kills you with his rock. And by rock, I mean rock and roll.
And they did a Molten Core console game, which was, it reminded me of the old Atari's video.
Totally.
And, but basically it was, a little 8-bit, and they had, the great part was they had this like really amazing concept art for these like monsters and bosses that are in the Molten Core, and then they would show the digital equivalent. It was just a squiggle of like 8 or 9 bits.
I mean, it was just like going into a game shop in the 80s and seeing this awesome cover art, and then flipping it around the back to see how awesome the graphics are, and they're like 3 pixels.
Yeah, that
like
was awesome.
3 green pixels with a blue background. And I guess the third one was the Terran Tauren.
Yes.
The StarCraft 2.
Yep, StarCraft 2 was going to have Taurens in it.
But anyway, we sort of got off track here.
We did.
The what we were going to talk about here was the Wes roll.
And no, this isn't sushi we're talking about here.
Which is quite possibly the most awesome thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
And we'll have a link to it.
Yeah, someone took
right next to our
horrible
CP City
picture, that really horrible picture of Wes, and took his head and pasted it over Rick Astley's face for the entire video.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's animated quite well.
Yeah.
No, that's not well. It's animated.
But it flips, though. Like, it does a mirror.
Well, that's it. When Rick Astley's face changes from side to side, my face, the image of my... And it is a terrible picture. I'm laughing at a MegaCon, and I'm sweaty, and I've got my chin kind of tucked into my chest, so I'm like got double chins, and I'm sweaty and wrinkles all over my... It's a horrible picture.
But Bad LT took it, and he made gold out of it, so I love it now.
Yes.
And he did it frame by frame through the entire song. So I can't even imagine why he would do that. But, way to go. Good call.
He said there were 58,000 frames in that video.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's pretty impressive. And that is why I am naming him Player of the Week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bad LT is Player of the Week for this Wepic video.
And if you want to get the Player of the Week for next week, I'll tell you what you do. You go to the Rick Roll on the wikipedia.org, and you put something about our Rick Roll in there. Because I was kind of surprised not to see anything about Control Point on their 2008 April
That's
Fool's
true.
Day.
I think the Ooberservers
You know what?
epic.
Someone did put us on there, and I went and I clicked on it, and I was like, hee, that's funny. We're on there. And then I went back 5 minutes later, and someone from Wikipedia must have deleted it.
Aw.
Really?
That's lame.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Interesting. I wonder how they decide what to delete and what to keep.
Money,
whatever,
money, brother. Ooberservers.com wasn't paying him enough.
So thank you to Bad Lieutenant LT something for
Lazy Town?
for the Wepic.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. What's this next thing here?
Well,
I don't even know what this
Mint
is.
Condition, in his usual ranty form, made a call for situational awareness. Did anyone else read this?
I
besides
did.
me?
That's why that link's there.
And basically, what his what his point is, yes, there are lots of great strategies, but every strategy has a rule, like there's rules to break every strategy, and yes, it might be great to heal someone, or in your case, let's say that you and 2 other people are around the corner from a sentry and you're about to jump out and try to take it down. Well, if you only have 25% health, wait for the medic to heal you. And be aware of the situation. Don't just charge forward and do what you would do. Right. It doesn't matter if the medic already has his Uber. Let him heal you first and then put the Uber on the other guy, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, and also, even if you're full health, maybe there is that guy standing with you who could help who is 25%, and the medic may be about to jump to heal him, and you go running in to try to blow up because you think you got an Uber going, and no, he's healing, the scout next to you. and now you're all screwed. So watch around you. And I think this is really important in a lot of situations. I think one of the biggest things people miss are how to detect spies. If you're somewhere and you see someone who is not drawing the attention of the enemy for some reason, like why are they shooting at me but not this other guy standing 10 feet from me?
Yep.
There's a good chance he's a spy.
Yeah.
But they see him as their team, so they're not going to shoot him. They're not going to chase him. Look for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
It's situational awareness.
So that was a good point. We also got some images from Alan Conrad.
I do not get these. I do not understand. Well, I get them, but the second one, go ahead, Wes.
It's Wepic.
Yes, and it's me versus you. And you're Darth Vader.
Why am I Darth Vader?
You're the bad guy.
Why am I?
Because
I don't understand.
Because you've embraced the dark side. You're full of hate and rage.
We have these long meetings at night where we discuss you being Darth Vader.
Yes. Which one of these buttons do you push to get your mommy to come pick you up? Yeah. But anyway, we had, and nobody knows what we're talking about.
I consider you have been inconvenienced. I am prepared to offer you $1 million American dollars.
Basically, what happened was he took some imagery from TF2 and he edited in lightsabers, and specifically, he has this image of a pyro and a scout running through the building, and the scout, he replaced the scout's bat with lightsaber, and he thought that was very clever and very funny, and it does look pretty funny. And then he changed it and made a Wepic image, and he took the scout and put a big W on his chest and made Darth Vader fighting the scout with the lightsaber, and the Darth Vader has an S on his chest. So you're Superman Vader thing.
No, I'm Spencer Vader. I'm like Chad Vader, except I don't work in a supermarket.
Yes.
Vader.
And there's another one I'll have to find. It's a picture of me at OmegaCon doing the pyro taunt.
Yes.
And with a lightsaber in my hand.
And it's good.
Yeah.
It is good.
And that was from Alan Conrad. Did you already say that?
Yes, I did. And
Thanks,
our
Alan.
last listener contribution, does anybody who wrote this?
Me.
Okay, why don't you talk about that?
Okay, this is just something that we got from Team
Team Zizzle Frogman. I love that name.
Frogman.
I do too. It's great.
It just says, was emailing this for my friend and it hit me TF2 pirate mode. Dun, dun,
Love
dun, dun. It would be like birthday mode, but with the demo eye patch everywhere instead of balloons, gold coins.
No, and instead of balloons, when you get hit, gold coins would pour out of you.
So you'd get booty, right? Would come out. Balloons.
Yes.
Balloons?
That would be great.
The blooms.
And maybe, I don't know, you could also... I would add hooks, though. I would try to add a hook maybe wherever you could.
That would be great. Yeah.
Maybe in left hands, because nothing... I don't know.
Yeah, maybe scouts are holding
shotgun.
a peg leg,
beating
people with peg legs.
Ooh, that would work.
Yeah.
Maybe double peg legs. And like the little wooden knocky sounds, when you walk around. Yeah, click, 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 click.
I'm in favor of this. I think someone should get on it immediately. Yes. Stop right now.
Chop.
Someone designed this. Okay, moving on to surveillance.
All right, so surveillance.
So there was a spawning in Toronto over the past few weeks of a companion cube that we'll link to a picture of it that's, I thought, fairly humorous.
Yes.
It's like someone took a companion cube and hurled it at a store.
And there's a portal.
It's going into a portal, yeah.
Oh, was it?
It's coming out of a portal.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Okay, gotcha. But
there's actually two of them. There's one going in and one coming out. It's very, very cool.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
I didn't notice that. I got to click that link. The next bit I think is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, me too.
I have watched this 3 or 4 times this week. I showed it to my wife. I showed it to people at my con meeting this weekend. It is basically a guy put his girlfriend onto TF2 and recorded her playing the game.
But for the first time ever.
Yes, like she doesn't know how to play. And this video is freaking fabulous because she doesn't understand certain concepts. And she's also adorable. She like one of the first things that happens is she walks around a corner and she shoots somebody. She goes, "Oh, I think I killed him," and then she goes, "Sorry."
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Someone dies in the spawn room because they changed classes.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with him?" Because it was a medic who just kind of fell over dead. You know, it's like, "Oh my god, is he okay?"
and it's adorable and it's refreshing and it's horribly in jokey. I mean, because you'll see it, and only people who play TF2 will get the irony that's going on there. Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's
and he actually sent us an email and said, you know, hey, I saw he was like, I'm going to listen to your podcast, and then he listened to the April Fool's episode and was like, oh, I see,
9 minutes in, and it's all ads.
So I'm hoping, and he sent me another email, and he said that his girlfriend is now playing. She has her own copy now, and she plays TF2 a lot. And I'm hoping that he opts to come onto our servers. He and his girlfriend come and play with us.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get some more interviews or something with her too. See how it's gone so far.
Get some more photographs.
Well, you know, my wife really wants to do a Wives of Control Point or a Girlfriends of Control Point thing.
Not going to happen.
Why not?
Not going to happen.
I still think it's a brilliant idea.
My wife will not do it.
So anyway, moving on. And who wants to talk about this next bit?
This is a video. It's a Flash video called The Orange Flashbox. And it's basically a cartoon kind of spanning all of the games in the Orange Box. And it starts off with what does it start off with? Well, basically it does, Portal, Half-Life, and TF2. And it's pretty humorous. It's pretty funny. I guess my favorite part is the TF2 one, but it's done up kind of like a DVD menu with with the play button and the special features and the this and that. Anyway, it's worth watching. I really like the little spray gag that happens during the TF2 segment. Anyway, so go check that out. That's on Newgrounds, but we'll have a link for you. Oh, and that also comes from Bobby. Who told us about it, who is also the Xbox gamer tag is BOBBE22. Thanks a lot.
Our next bit, we have a video from Xanatos. It's called Get in Shape. This is a piece of TF2 machinima about a heavy who gets insulted and decides that he's gonna get better.
Oh man, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
And it's cute. It's cute. I recommend it. What's this next bit? Oh, anybody want to talk about that?
What's this?
I haven't seen this one.
We have a cartoon from Planet Fargo. It's called Engineer Needs a Roommate. And it's all about an engineer doing interviews to get a roommate.
Is it a cartoon strip?
It's like a comic strip.
Okay.
So, okay.
Need a roommate here. Need a roommate here. So, as it turns out, there is a famous pyro rock star who also has a blog, and you can listen to the pyro and his agent on this website. The website is pyrorockstar.com. If you if you are a pyro or know a pyro who is also a into rock music and shredding up epic metal solos, if you will, then you will get a lot out of this website. Right now, there's a big controversy with him and David Bowie, and very interesting read.
Yeah. And they both the pyro and the agent have Twitter accounts as well.
That's right.
Really?
Which is great.
They post some absolutely hilarious things on there. The agent apparently has a bit of a drinking problem.
The pyro has like really, really deep things. I mean, he goes deep on a lot of different issues.
Yeah, his writing is really unparalleled.
It is. So go check out that website.
Okay, well, we have shout-outs. Moving on to shout-outs. And we've got a player of the week, and I totally just stole it and changed it.
Oh, we have a question real quick. This is a quickie from a Frit.
Hey guys, Ifrit here. Got a question for you. If you could be any class from TF2 in real life, which one would you be? See ya.
All right, Ifrit, always asking us interesting things. So, what would we be in real life?
I just don't see any way to get around being the spy.
The spy.
He dresses sharp. He's debonair.
Mm-hmm.
He can go invisible,
he smokes, which means
he does smoke a lot.
Huh?
I don't know.
That's a tough question.
The demo man seems like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to be him though. He seriously has some mental issues. He is not a happy man.
The engineer's probably the most stable of the lot, right?
Yeah.
Good Southern country boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the sniper.
I would totally be the heavy.
Yeah.
Do I get the gun? If I don't get the gun, I don't want to be the heavy. But if I get the gun, I want to be the heavy.
See, that's what I don't really know.
I think you get everything associated with that class.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm totally the heavy then, with a big gun to compensate for
Yeah.
So,
but no bullets.
But what would you shoot though?
you.
Well, all right then. You're the heavy shooting me. I would be the NG. I mean, I think I know right off the bat. I love building things. I love just chilling out as well. Like I just kind of build something and just kind of hang out and read a book.
Would the building things be half as much fun if you spent like all of your time whacking it with a wrench instead of actually building?
And what if you could only build 4 things?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, teleports. I mean, that would be so cool. I would have so much fun with teleports. The turret. You build a turret. If the turret kills someone, it's not your fault. You didn't kill him. The turret did. I don't go to jail. I mean,
Okay, so that's the same logic as we'll let Spencer have his gun. The gun killed him. It was the big gun I was holding. It just went off when
you
I
would get
pulled
very
the trigger.
wealthy with that teleporter technology.
I totally would.
Now, if you want to get wealthy, be the medic.
That's true.
Just start healing people and telling them you're a miracle
you can
worker.
make people invulnerable for 10 seconds.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be an amazing orgasm.
Go grab that nuclear core over there.
I mean,
Where did that come from?
Doesn't matter.
I could teleport right into a bank vault.
That's true.
Well, you would have to put the exit
to get
in
there first.
Oh well, okay.
See, now if I was a spy, I could stealth in.
That's true. Yeah.
See?
We'll do that. Yeah, okay, so you get in there, and then we get, we'll teleport Spencer with a big gun.
Yeah.
And then, what are you going to be, Brent?
You're going to be the stupid soldier.
Are you going to be the scout?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't be the soldier. I was going to be the sniper.
Oh, okay.
I was going to stand on the in the clock tower across the street and blow your heads off when you walk out with the money and take it.
And then take it. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. There's your scenario. All right.
Thanks. That was a good question. Yay.
Hey, there's some more in here. Do I need to be playing these too?
We'll play the rest, I think, after the show. There's a couple suggestions in there about things maybe we should say on the show or do on the show and things like that. And I think they're all really cool.
Okay, so if you heard it and what you sent in you think should have actually gone in the show, blame Eric.
Yeah, it's all his fault.
Yeah.
He picked them.
Hey, guys, I have something very embarrassing that we need to bring up.
What's that?
They have a cream for that.
We totally forgot to talk about the multi-Uber nerf.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have to talk about that next week because I'm not going back and talking about it now.
No, and plus this is a long show so far.
Yeah.
We're going long.
True.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone that actually expects content out of us.
I know.
But if you do want content on a regular basis, you should go over to Times Squared's site and see it there. And he has donated another month for the fun server, so we've got that going for another month. So you were going to be the player of the week, but Wes made someone else the player of the week.
I'm sorry, he Wes rolled me.
So in our hearts, you are the player of the week as well.
In your heart, not in mine.
You only have room for one role in your heart.
Well, I do have a heart on.
Yikes. He does. I can see it from here.
Yep. It's right here.
Is it an Ubered hard on?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can we leave that?
I feel
joke
uncomfortable
in the
talking about this.
I don't know. I think someone might be updating that joke over at the tf2wiki.net.
Oh,
we did get some updates over there lately. I've noticed.
I'm surprised someone didn't delete our page and put a big old Ooberservers ad on there.
I know, but we've been getting some people have been doing. There's now a list of notable people. And then
that's cool.
The Ooberservers.com stuff got added.
Oh, nice.
And
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Thank
people
you,
have been working hard
updating that.
Yeah, thanks.
And if that's too much effort for you, then you can always dig us, which is much less effort. Although I know some people hate making accounts and all that, but still, we appreciate the people who do dig us.
we did make it to the bottom of the up and coming podcast list. Did you notice that?
Yeah, on the main page.
Yeah.
Right? On the main, yeah.
So that was kind of exciting, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yay, the bottom.
We're number end.
You can also join our MySpace.
Where the best trees are talked about.
Join our MySpace group at myspace.com/controlpoint.
My spruce. That was the weakest joke ever.
That
is the worst joke.
Oh my god! And I'm just going to ignore it and go on to leave us iTunes reviews where...
Yes, especially if you live in other countries, and I'll explain that later. If you live in other countries, leave us iTunes reviews.
By other countries, he means Kansas.
Yeah.
No. But you should stumble us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should stumble
Give
us.
a thumbs up and stumble upon, not a thumbs down.
And add us in Tweeter. I'm Nailhead.
Tweeter?
I'm Devil.
Yeah, Twitter. Did I say Tweeter?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Twitter, Tweeter, whatever.
Those are very tiny speakers.
I am Devil Turnup on Twitter. And what are you? What, Brent? Chaos CP?
Yeah, something like that. Chaos_C. Just pick me off of Eric's page.
Yeah, and
It's
Wes
easier.
hates everything about fun, so he is not on
Yes.
Wait, he did
Mine
come
is-
up with that great CP City thing, though. So he is into fun.
Yeah, I came up with that. Now, I do...
No, Peanut came. Why are
I
you
think I
taking...
might-
Peanut came up with it. Why are you doing that? That's so uncool.
Or you can call us and leave a message at 256-513-4772. Or join the community or the forums, and we now have audio comments on the site.
So, aren't you guys glad you got Control Point back?
And
welcome back.
And don't forget to go to Ooberservers.com where real gamers play.
Oh, God. You know what, guys? This is the last straw. That's it. I quit.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal!
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Hey guys, this is RCM1129. I just wanted to say, maybe sometime for one of your shows you should tell everyone your player status, like how many kills with each class you have without dying, how long you spent playing each class. Yeah, I just thought that'd be a good idea. Thanks guys, keep up the great work.
Well guys, that was a travesty. You guys are just a sellout, and I'm never listening to the podcast again. Ubercharge is going to be way better than Control Point ever is, and you guys should just, I don't know, give up and take your Ooberservers money and go and, I don't know, sell hot dogs or something. Bye.
Sorry to pop in unannounced.
Hey guys, it's Animal Crackers. I've been listening to your podcast ever since episode 2, and I've been visiting your forums ever since, even though I'm not that active on it. And I frequent your TF2 servers as much as I can. I just want to take time to thank you guys for doing your TF2 podcast. It's a great podcast with great production quality, as you guys know. I look forward to listening to your podcast weekly. I usually listen to it at work via iTunes, and that really helps me get through the day. Put on my headphones and listen to Control Point.
Appreciate it, mate.
I was thinking the other day while I was listening to the latest episode about how you guys were going to be changing formats slightly or whatnot, and that got me thinking. What about having a server admin segment in which Brent could tell us what he has to do to fix the server after Steam updates and whatnot? Since I am a server admin for a TF2 server, but I am new at it, I have been a server admin for other game servers in the past, but there are things with the TF2 servers I just don't quite know everything yet. I have PM'd Chaos in the past, asking a few questions, and he's been more than helpful with replying with them. I think it would be useful to know what needs to be fixed sometimes, maybe where to get some of the mods, not necessarily exactly how to install it unless you want to, certain mods and whatnot, but how to do little tweaks and stuff like the way you have All Hail in the player's name, which I PM'd Chaos about that a while back. That's just an idea, of course. Oh, and by the way, how can any of us get a hold of those CP buttons you guys talk about? Either I'm not searching correctly, or what, but I can't find any more info about them, because I sure would love to have one. So anyway, I just want to say keep up the good work on the podcast. Love listening to it and look forward to it every week. And hope to see you guys on the game server.
Thanks, mister.
Hey guys, just saying that was an interesting show. Very funny and a bit weird at sometimes. I hope you never get a sponsor like that for real, and you keep making the show just as great as you're doing now.
I just wanted to say that I got rickrolled, so good job doing your April Fool's joke, guys. Bye.
Hey guys, I just wanted to know that I really enjoyed the new format. It's very good, very fun. It's a lot better than it has been. And Ooberservers.com is a great service. I signed up for their silver package. I just don't have the money for anything else, and I've enjoyed the ability to kick people who get on my nerves, or just people who have gotten on my nerves in the past, or just people who have maybe a name I don't like. It's great servers, great ping, great everything. And one last note, I was wondering if you could ask the guys at Ooberservers if maybe I can have my dog back now. I did the thing. Okay, bye.
Okay, hey guys, this is RCM1129 again, and I just wanted to say, well, first on my first voicemail, I didn't get to say, I think it'd be cool for you guys to do a few video a few video podcasts just to show some stuff, because I've seen other podcasts do that. I think it's just a good idea. So yeah, here's my friend PJ. He just wants to say something quick.
Hi, I'm PJ. I love the show. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Mija. Hey, Mija. Wayne. Just wanted to say hi. Yeah, guys. Great job. Keep up the good work. Again. Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to say I got over my whining and complaining about the new podcast format, and Exhibit A, I totally agree with you. This is an awesome community, and it's great now. The new ping. I have like one ping on every one of their servers, especially my favorite one of all, the Afghanistanian server. Ian, I don't know. So just to represent my love for these Ooberservers guys, I have made them a song. Let me get this music here playing. All right. Ooberservers.com, 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 Ooberservers.com. So yeah, good job, Ooberservers. Woo!